What is up, everybody? You are watching Mayan Motorsports. I am Jake, and this is my first video. So a little background about what this channel is going to be about. I'm a diehard racing fan, specifically NASCAR. I love NASCAR. I've been a passionate fan for the last 11 and a half years. But this channel will not just be NASCAR. I'll also cover news regarding the world of IndyCar, as I've been watching a lot of that the last couple of years, and a lot of Formula One as well. Fastest growing sport in America. Any race cars just make me happy. I've been to World of Outlaws races too, drag racing. I just like cars, okay? I just like seeing race cars. Circles or circuits, I don't care. I like race cars. So today I thought for my first video on this channel, I was debating for a couple of weeks, what am I going to possibly make my first video about? This video is simply just going to be my story as how I became a diehard NASCAR fan. Again, down the road I became a fan of IndyCar and Formula One, but NASCAR was the first motorsport I ever watched. That is what got me into everything else. So simply put, I was about 11 years old, so I think I just graduated 5th grade. My family was baseball. The sport that I watched was baseball. I was a huge Yankee fan. I still am to this day. I love you, Aaron Judge. But the difference was, that was something I was born into. My dad has been a baseball fan his entire life. And he's the main reason why I became a baseball fan. Is because, he got me into it. I was born into it. NASCAR is something I completely found a passion for on my own. Completely. I had no friends recommending it to me. Like, my dad didn't tell me to start watching it. My mom didn't tell me to start watching it. No one in my family watches it. I was bored one day, 11 years old. Again, I knew what NASCAR was. There's a lot of popular drivers that were still racing at that time, like Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth, Dale Jr., and many more. So you would see the diecasts at Target. So one day I took my mom and dad's iPad. I was always playing, doing some stupid stuff on it. Angry Birds, Cut the Rope, those dumb games. And I was on YouTube one day. I usually watch Minecraft videos, but I was bored one day. You know what? I like cars. I like car crashes. They're exciting for some reason. Just the parts flying apart. So I simply said, you know what? I'm bored one day. I typed in the search NASCAR crashes. And I'll link the video I specifically watched. It's by Trucker Zane. It's just labeled NASCAR crashes. And it was a 10, 15-minute video of just straight NASCAR crashes from all different years. And I don't know what it was about it, but I was hooked. It was just, I don't know why it was fun to watch seeing cars fly apart. I don't know if it was the adrenaline I got from how fast they were going, the engines. It was just something about it was really cool. And then I watched another video, and I watched another video, and another video. Then I started watching videos outside of NASCAR crashes, like NASCAR red flag moments, NASCAR's greatest big ones, top 10 NASCAR drivers. I would slowly but surely start learning a bit about the sport just by watching YouTube because of that one NASCAR crashes video I watched. I'm kind of hooked. Just the crashes to me were so as an 11-year-old kid, were a spectacle. Seeing Elliott Sadler in 2003 blow over the way he did, I was thank God he was okay. But it was just cool to see race cars crash. So slowly but surely I learned a bit more about the sport as time went along. But then the big turning point happened. We have a shore house in LBI. And one day, 11-year-old me was just scrolling through the channels. It was on a Sunday. And I happened to tune in right before the start of that year's Brickyard 400, which is 2014. And I was like, you know what? I've been watching so many YouTube videos about NASCAR. Let me give it a real shot. And I did. From start to finish, I did not move away from that TV. I was instantaneously hooked. It was like the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know why I loved it so much, but just like the speeds, they were hitting like easily 200 miles an hour. All the colorful cars, the pit stop sounds, the pit stops themselves, just everything about it was just so cool. And again, it was something that I found a passion for myself. And we all know who won that race. My personal favorite driver of all time, Jeff Gordon. That was cool. He was one of the few guys I knew going into that race. I was already just kind of pulling for him just because of that reason. Because he was, a common name in those videos. And to my knowledge, my base level knowledge before that race about Jeff Gordon was like, he was the best driver there was, but then he kind of fell off as years went on. He fell off a little bit as his career went on due to his back injuries, but I thought he fell off a lot worse than he actually did. As I became a really big fan, I learned that really he was consistently pretty good throughout his entire career, even during his last couple of years. But him winning that race, I was going crazy. Like, what are the odds? One of the few guys that I know going into that race ended up being the winner. And it was his first time he won. It was the first time he won Indy in 10 years. I didn't know this, but he was having a career resurgence in 2014. And at that point on, I found my driver. I found the guy that I'm going to be rooting for the rest of my life. Every single week. My parents caught on that I had this little new obsession with NASCAR. They got me tickets to Pocono the very next week. In which again, my guy, Jeff Gordon, had a very good race. He didn't win. Some pitch strategy didn't go his way. We were amateurs back in the day though. We didn't stay to the end of the race. Now when I go to a race, I always stay to the end. But back in the day, we left at lap 130 of 160, because we wanted to beat the traffic. A lot of times when we went to Yankee games, we would leave early just to beat the traffic. So we thought the same thing with racing, but I learned down the road you should not do that. And then every week from that point on, I couldn't miss a race. If I had some Sunday afternoon plans with my family, I would get mad to go to the plans with my family, as bad as that sounds, because I wanted to watch the race. If there was the Bristol night race on a Saturday night and we had plans on a Saturday night, I was like, ugh. I wanted to watch the race. All I wanted to do was watch the race. It kind of became a joke in my family. Don't bother Jake. He has to watch the race. I loved it so much, man. And the best part about having a favorite driver to get you into the sport like that, Jeff Gordon, it became an obsession. If the broadcast wasn't showing him and his name wasn't being showed on the ticker, I instantly started getting nervous. I'm like, show Jeff Gordon. What if he blows a tire? What if he's losing spots? What if his engine expired? I was freaking out. And that was also the first year of the 2014 elimination style chase format, in which we all know how Jeff Gordon sadly got eliminated in the first round. We all know how Jeff Gordon sadly got eliminated in the third round by 1 point. And I felt my first heartbreak as a NASCAR fan. I was bawling my eyes out when Jeff Gordon got eliminated 1 round before the championship, in which he would have had a good shot at that race because he was the fastest car at Homestead. And then he pulled over to let the championship 4 decide it amongst themselves. From that point on, though, all I would do was watch NASCAR YouTube videos, get NASCAR magazines, NASCAR merchandise, the little die casts. There's Jeff Gordon on my wall right there. There he is. Big boy right there. It was an obsession. Of course, the Jeff Gordon fantasy only lasted 1 more year, as he sadly announced his retirement just a year later. But even to this day, I'm still a diehard Jeff Gordon fan. I am. I love the guy. I keep commenting on Instagram, please come back. But since I got into racing, though, I've been to Pocono about 10 times now. A great facility. I've been to Watkins Glen 3 straight years. Another great facility. I've been to 2 Daytona 500s, and I'm also going again this February. Yeah. One of the reasons why I love NASCAR so much, again, is because I found it all by myself. It's like it was meant to be. I wasn't born into a racing family. None of my friends liked it. I just found it myself. And I'm proud of that. It's a big part of my personality. A lot of people that I meet or talk to, like, you like NASCAR, right? And I find a few people who do here and there. The thing is, I'm from North Jersey. There is not a lot of North Jersey NASCAR fans, at least that I know of. Like, for so many years, I have a singular friend who watches NASCAR. One. I went to college, met some more people, but, like, I was always the NASCAR guy, and I will die on that hill. I love it. I love being the NASCAR guy. It was even to the point, like, since it was such a random, like, new obsession that I had, I would feel, like, kind of insecure putting the races on, like, my TV. I'm like, if someone caught me watching NASCAR, I felt like I was the most guilty person ever. I don't know why. Because during that time period, and it's still kind of a common misconception that NASCAR just goes in circles, which it's not. Everyone would always ask me, don't they just go in circles? I'm like, there's more to that. Like, just let me like what I like, dude. As years have gone on, that's faded away. Now I don't care. I'll watch NASCAR wherever I want. I'm the NASCAR guy, and I love it. It has completely changed my life around, though. Because it's just, regardless of what happens, regardless of all the controversies, the bad officiating, the playoffs that nobody asked for, blatant race manipulation by the officials to make it more exciting. No matter what happens, I will always be here for NASCAR. It's been a great last 11 and a half years. So many great moments, so many bad moments. But I will never, ever let this sport go at this point. I never will. I love it so much. Anyway, guys, that is the Maine Motorsports debut. I'm Jake. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below how you guys got into NASCAR or just auto racing in general. I would love to see your story. Take care. Peace.